Okay. In this session, what are we doing this session? In this session, we are going to fill up ourselves with some good stuff. So get relaxed. You can do this sitting or lying down on your back. Sit comfortably. Put your feet, soles of your feet, in the bottom on the floor. And start paying attention to your breath. Watch the breath go in and out as your body expands with the breath in and contracts a bit as you breathe out. And you could do this, eyes open and closed. Wiggle your toes a little bit. Move your ankles around a little bit. And then your knees, and then your hips. Shimmy your pelvis, your spine, and your rib cage, and roll your shoulders around a little bit. Get your fingertips moving, and then your neck just a little bit, and your face, and your ears. You can wiggle your ears. I can do that because I wore glasses for so long and I use my face to move my glasses, but in your scalp. And this is going to be our container that we're starting with. You could think of it as a glass bottle or container, and we're going to start filling it up with stuff. So, all right. Now that we got the borders of our container pretty set, first let's start by here's the parallel version. So imagine you had a bottle or container. You can put dirt and rocks in first. Then you can fill it up with water. Then you could fill it up or get the energy and heat moving. And then you could, a little space, you can put a little air in there. And there's little space for sound. So that's the general idea what we're gonna do. But don't think about it too much. You're just giving you a overview of what we're doing. All right, so settle into this container. That is you, that is your body. And you're going to shovel in some dirt and rocks and stones filled with nourishment, nutrients, maybe good bacteria, nutritious stuff in the soil. And you're shoveling it in to your body. So imagine, feel your toes or your legs, your lower extremities being filled up from the bottom. They're being packed or filled with these rocks and soil. Feet, ankles, legs, knees, thighs, and hips. Your entire lower extremities are just now occupied by some rocks and some good soil. Next up is your pelvis, genital area, lower belly, and now your whole belly is being filled with these awesome, nutritious rocks and stones and soil. And feel your body getting a little bit more weighty and heavy and grounded, literally, as ground is being put in you. But the heaviness of the rocks is providing this foundational gravitational support. And as you try to move your legs, maybe see that, oh, it's heavier to lift because they're filled with this soil and rocks. But somehow you feel very comfortable. It's not like you're breathing or anything else is uncomfortable. You feel just very comfortable and relaxed as you continue to fill up the body, not going above to your chest, filling up with this nutritious, all the muscles, ribs being grounded with this nutritious rocks and soil, filling up chests. Somehow, because you're so awesome, it's not interfering with the breathing. Breathing is crystal clear and able to come in and out despite all this packing being done. Now your shoulders filled with this nutritious soil, physicality, your neck and your head, scalp, and continue upwards into your arms, your elbows, and your forearms, your hands and fingers. So all your flesh is now packed with this nutritious soil and groundedness. Okay, you're a soil person in this container now. And feel how that feels. You feel comfortable, but you just feel this nice, packed, gentle earthiness, and that you're just getting a lot of nutrition and nourishment. Now, next is going to be water. And since it's easier to pour in than shovel in, so now we're going to pour in, turn on the faucet. This water fills up and soaks the soil in our toes. Maybe it's getting a little muddy, but there's rocks and soils are keeping nice and solid, filling up to your pelvis, and your whole legs filled with the soil and water. Your pelvis is fluid and solid now. Your belly, your chest as this wonderful water that's you isn't interfering with any of your breathing. It's this nutritive dissolving fluid that's dissolving all the gunk bad stuff while giving life and health for everything, as it gives fluidity and liquidity to the solidity that's already there from the soil. It fills up your chest, your neck, and your head. Faucet's pretty quick. Your shoulders, your arms, elbows, forearms, fingertips. Continue to take some breaths and some deep breaths. Notice that as you're being filled with soil and this fluid, your breathing actually improves and better. Next, we're going to light gentle fire warmth to warm up gently the soil and the water, the fluid in our body. So observe those two small, gentle flames come up through your soles of your feet, warming up that water and earth, warming up. This travels up as the little gentle flame gets slightly bigger, but is in nice firm control. Travels up all the way up to the hips, to the genital area and the pelvis. Belly now has soil, this fluid, and this wonderful healing flame that's burning away gunk, physical, chemical, mental, emotional gunk, as it gives a certain sustenance and life and light. Flame continues to go up, filling up the belly, the chest, nice and tingly in the chest, the neck, the face, and the head, and the scalp, shoulders, arms, elbows, forearms, and fingers. You can take a deep breath, observing that breath is even clearer and easier than before. Now feel the solidity, the weightiness of your body, also the fluidity from the fluid that we poured in, and this spark tingliness from the little flame that's in there. It seems like this container is pretty full. Now we're going to bring our breath. We're going to bring it in. With each breath, we're going to fill up the spaces left between the dirt, soil, fluid, and the little flame. Let the air and the breath fill up your feet all the way up to the pelvis and the hips. With each breath in, you're filling up more, filling up the belly, chest, your neck, head, face, and scalp. You feel this lightness integrating with and balancing out the soil's weightiness. You still feel nice and solid, but now you have this levity in there too. Breath is filling up the shoulders, arms, elbows, forearms, wrist and hand and fingers. Feel now the earthiness, the fluidity, a little fire, and then the breath. Now we're going to fill up the container with one more thing, and it's going to be a sound. You can use whatever sound that is nice, feels nice. The sound I'm going to make is when I really like seltzer water, club soda. And it's this refreshing, refreshed feeling I get when I have a nice gulp of it. It's like this, yeah, that sort of sound. So I'm gonna be filling up my body with that. You can use some other sound. So as you make your sound, ah, fill up your legs, your feet all the way up to your pelvis with this sound of refreshment. Ah. Shame. I think my sound may be a little bit distracting. So I'm gonna do it internally. So I'll narrate, but you can make your sound if you'd like. Fill up your legs are filled up with the sound of refreshment. It's going upward to your pelvis, your hips, and your belly, your genitals. Belly is now full of not just the soil, the fluid, the heat, the breath, but now this refreshing sound, this tone. Your chest is filling up with this nice sound and tone. Your throat, neck, and head, and scalp, very soundy. Your shoulders, arms, elbows, forearms, your hands, wrists, and fingers. Now just rest in this, your physicality, the soil, which is like your flesh, the fluid that we filled up with, which is your blood, your lymph, your cerebrospinal fluid, and more. Flame, which is the metabolism and the charges in your body. Feel the breath, air, and then this resonance sound, vibrancy of sound. Just observe how it just is everywhere and it's just dissolving gunk, just filling it up with health. Pay attention to your heart, it's beating. While resting in your body. With every beat, you're not counting, you're just feeling that resonate. Now you're filled up with all this beautiful stuff. Hope this was helpful. Give me some feedback, some likes, subscribe, and then I'll see you at the next video.